Good morning, Sunday morning. Jake's engine we're going to look at tomorrow, but my engine, I've got a day off, so I'll have a look at mine. I've got that off Matt Gilbank, and all I've got to do is get the dizzy in, get the headers on, which I've got off Matt, get a rad in it, and get it running. That's the plan. Get obviously gearbox, bell housing, everything else. So not as easy as that, but that's got to go in that hole there. All I've got to do is drop that down there and put the dizzy in. But that there is 16mm fat, and the hole down there is only 14mm wide. Can't quite see that bottom hole. There's a hole down there, it's 14mm, and that's the drive for the oil pump, and that's the drive off the dizzy that drives the oil pump. But it won't go in. So I've been here for an hour, wondering what to do. So I think what I've got to do now is take the engine back out, take the sump off, take the oil pump off, and put that in first. What a pain in the ass. What a load of work. Just take that pump off and put that damn pin in there. Oh well, it's done now. Just got to start looking it back on and put it back in again. And let's see what happens this time. I've took Jake's engine completely apart again now, and just going to check all the pistons out as well. Check all the pistons while I've got it apart, and take the crank for a grind, and I'm going to put a set of rods in it while we're at it. Rods and big ends. And can't go wrong then, can we? Right, that's where we're at. Right, it started off with the cam belt, and we've ended up stripping it because we did all the valves, all the valve train, got all the heads perfect, and the heads and the valves are perfect now, but we wasn't happy with the oil pressure, so we ended up 20, and we managed to get up to 40 after fixing the gauze, but we need to be at 60, so we've ended up stripping the engine. We're going to put rings in it while we're at it. But obviously we'll strip it completely so we can give it a proper good clean. And we took the crank for grind to MJ to regrind, a new set of bearings, so that'll be back in the next few days. And rebuild it, so we're going to miss this weekend again, we're going to miss Bradford this weekend. Scotland in 2 weeks for the tarmac, and another this one built again for Sheffield. So that's where we're at, and it's all stripped, get it all clean, and once the crank's back we'll start rebuilding it. That's the plan. As for mine's been in and out twice as well, but it's been in, it's been out. We've needed to get the fitting on there for the oil pressure pipe, so took it back out again. Just this is going in now. About to cut the end off there because the chassis legs are bent on the car since the big block was last in this car, so it's ready to go back in now, get that oil pressure connected, and this can go back in and see if we can get this one running. Maybe get this one running for Sheffield as well. We'll see how it goes. We've got another V8 Chevy. Come on, Jakey. Let's get it in the workshop. Oh, that sounds nice. Let's have the engine out of that, Jake. Quick! Get the engine out of it. Let's have it in that tarmac car. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Lovely. Wicked. Yeah, the one thing that's brilliant about this sport is there's no pressure to actually to be at meetings or to go. You know, it's up to us if we can go or not go. It's not like a league where you have to go, or a championship where you have to keep scoring points every week. And we just come and go as we please, and that's what's brilliant about this sport. We're not racing again this week. A bit frustrating for us because my engine is I'm just messing with it now. I've put the dizzy on it and the starter and the fuel pump, put everything on it while it's out of the car. It makes it just much easier, really. And then Jake's engine, we've got the crank ground, and the crank is ground, and the crank is being picked up in the morning, and the engine is, let's turn the car, the engine's been cleaned out and dried out, but we can't get the bearings for it, so we've got a bit of a delay. They're saying 6 weeks for big end bearings, so that might cause a delay. We're phoning around now trying to see if anybody can get us any, but obviously we want to try and get Jake's show car up and running for the next show, which is Sheffield. We're going to miss this week at Bradford. The engine in the tarmac car there is good and done. We could have took it out and done what was it last week, Kings Lynn and then Bradford, but it's just so much effort to get a car set up and swap the engine. We just don't want to do that. We're sick of taking engines in and out as it is, so we don't want to be swapping engines again. Now we've got this car right. This is good for Scotland next week, and then I think we've got one at Sheffield, and then back to Skegness weekend, I think. So we're not going to swap it for just for one meeting. It's just too much work. We're going to put our efforts into building this shale engine. And if we miss a few meetings, then so be it. That's how our season is this year. We'll just get organised for next year. I'll probably get more when my 434 does come back eventually. I'll probably put it to one side and keep that for a spare engine for Jake. If I can get that big block bug going in my car, I'll do the odd meeting in with a big block just for a bit of fun. I'm not really bothered. I'm trying to put my efforts into Jake. Try and get him 2 good cars running and try and get a good 434 spare engine. That's our long-term plans. As for myself, I ain't bothered. If I don't race, it don't matter. If I don't race again, it don't matter. But I certainly ain't going to do my car and go all the way to Bradford or Sheffield on my own. The only inspiration I've got is to take Jake, and if we're doing that, then obviously the cost of fuel in the coach, I don't mind chucking him on the trailer if it's ready to go, and I'll go and do a few laps for a bit of fun. That's it. So, sorry to bore you with engines, but that's just how it is at the minute. I've got no other racing subjects at the moment. So we are missing this weekend again, but we are going to Scotland. That's our plan. So that's our next racing in Scotland. What's that, week on Friday? Soon be here, won't it? Queen's Jubilee weekend. Soon be here. Okay, these are 1 week old now, so I've got a tank there and a tank there full of fish, and these are what they look like for a week. So let's see if we can see them, because oh, there you go, nicely, perfect. So there's a tank full there. I don't know how much in there. I don't know, 5,000 maybe. So look in this one. Oh, yeah. Even more. You see it very well? Yeah, you see them moving. There you go. Right, this is what I'm feeding them on. This is decapsulated bronchium pegs. So I'm giving them a couple of them a day. It's like a teaspoon like that. Just throw it on like that, and it floats, and it soaks up, and it expands, and this is small enough for them to eat. So this is just decapsulated bronchium pegs. So that's what I'm going to feed them on for the first few weeks, and then I'm going to go out into the fry ponds in about 3 weeks. Once the fry ponds are full of algae, and there's plenty of natural food for the fry. There we go, that's my update. And the dog's at the window just to come and press record. Right, I'm going to upload my blog. And I haven't got much content this week. I'm really struggling for content because we're not racing. It's not very good when we're not racing, is it? It looked like it was a fantastic meeting last night at Bradford as well. And well done to Lee on his return to racing. And I don't know how Jacqueline did, but I did see a video on with the hairdryer. It was very funny. I did look see if she got any results or got any finishes. Well done. I'm going down to the workshop, do a bit more on my engine, but not a lot I can do at the minute. We are going to have some racing next week, so we're at Scotland next week. One thing I was going to say, we're not doing this on our own. My stepdad Brian's been building engines all his life, so he's helping me on the end of the phone when we get slightest problems with questions. Andy Maynard's been texting me. Andy's been very helpful for years. Big Ron's phoned me out of the blue just to see my videos and phoned me with some advice. Martin at MJA, who you've been friends with for years, has helped us. And of course Trevor at ASD supplied all them valves and said just ring me if you need any trouble. And then we've been going to Peter Knight for spares and buying bits off him, and he's been helping us as well. So all the guys that are in the business have been helping us, so we're not doing this alone. Anything we're not sure of, we're just asking for some help, and they've been brilliant. We just don't want to send another engine away. That's what we're going to build Jake's engine ourselves, so that it's in our hands rather than send it away. Right, I'm going to have some porridge Sunday morning, and then get down to the workshop for a couple of hours. Sunday lunch this afternoon, and then we'll work on Jake's car this week on the tarmac car, get that out, get dusted off. And we're going to Scotland on Friday morning, so what's only 4 or 5 days away, so soon be here. And let's start some racing next weekend, because we're racing Friday at Lochgelly and Saturday at Cowden Beath. So let's see some race cars and a bit of noise. See ya.